WGAL News 8 Today starts now.
Good morning. I'm Susan Shapiro.
And I'm Bailey Martin, here with Gabrielle Thomas
Good
on
morning.
traffic with
Happy
us
to be
today.
here.
And Chief Meteorologist Christine Ferrero with that forecast.
Yeah, yesterday, just gorgeous weather,
Loved
right?
it.
Yeah,
Today,
not so today.
Right? It's a little bit stickier, but not bad, not bad.
All
I think
right.
you'll like it this morning. It feels nice and refreshing outside. We'll still get some sunshine today, but also a chance for a few showers or thunderstorms late today and tonight. As we head into tomorrow, it looks mainly dry, but Saturday we could see some rain to start, then drier Sunday. Heat and humidity, that's on the table for next week. Right now, though, we have a few showers going by well to our north. It is dry. We have some high clouds overhead. Beautiful start to the day. 50s, 60s out there. Dew points comfortably in the 50s. They'll be creeping up to the 60s later today, though, so you might notice it turns a little stickier if you're sensitive to that humidity. Here's the 12-hour forecast. We'll see partly sunny skies this afternoon and a top temperature of 86. That's about average for this date in June. So we'll take it today, and then we'll turn our eyes to that heat next week. We have a couple of impact days, which means the heat and humidity could be, the feels like temperature could be over 100.
Yeah.
That time of year.
Right, it's going to be really hot for sure.
All right, thank
Not
you.
the best start in the traffic department this morning, though, guys. It's looking okay across the Susquehanna Valley, but we are following one crash right now in Lancaster County that I do want you to keep an eye out for. That crash is in Raffo Township. As you see here, a little bit of a slowdown here on 72, but it is specifically located on Lebanon Road and Lehman Road. I do want to give you a look at that PennDOT camera. Good morning, Lancaster County, Manheim Township. This is Route 283 and Route 30, the interchange. As you can see, traffic is moving pretty smoothly. Excuse me, no issues there if you are headed out at this hour. I do want to also give you another look at that PennDOT camera in Lebanon County. This is I-81 and I-78. No slowdowns there. You're good to go. You're headed out right now. I'll give you a check on your morning commute in just a few minutes.
This has been a Lancaster Toyota traffic report.
Happening today, Lancaster police are investigating a deadly shooting at the Lancaster County Central Park.
That's where News 8's Cameron Lobley joins us live from this morning. Cameron, what have we learned since yesterday?
Well, Bailey, Susan, Lancaster City Police say that they found 2 people with gunshot wounds when they responded to this scene last night. They say that one of them was declared dead on scene. Meanwhile, the other has since been hospitalized. Now, I want to give you a look at what we were able to see when our team was here last night, soon after police first arrived on scene. They say they first responded around 6:30 to the corner of Williamson and Rockford Roads. Our team was able to spot a number of city police cars and park ranger vehicles on scene last night. Now, police are asking the public to avoid that area while this investigation is still ongoing, and there's still many questions that are lingering at this point, including the current condition of that surviving victim. We're working to learn that, but police have noted that there is no threat to the greater public at this time. We're live in Lancaster. Cameron Lobley, WGAL News 8.
Thank you very much, Cameron, for that report.
Lancaster police are also investigating a stabbing. The stabbing happened around 9:30 last night at East Mifflin Street and Stevens Avenue. Police say one person was taken to the hospital.
And in Juniata County, the Mifflintown Hose Company says a stretch of William Penn Highway is now back open following a deadly crash. Crews say this happened between Route 75 and Smith Road in Walker Township. This happened around 9 last night, and the road reopened just before 1:30 this morning. They say one vehicle was involved and no other injuries were reported.
He has my child and he has a gun. I don't know this man. He has my child.
She don't know
He
me.
won't give me my baby. He has a gun.
She don't know me.
He has my baby.
Hard to listen to video there showing a hostage situation as it unfolded in Harrisburg. It was released by the Dauphin County District Attorney yesterday after Antonio Hammond was convicted of kidnapping a 2-year-old child, burglary, and other serious offenses on Tuesday. It all started back on May 30th, 2023, when the DA says police were working in Hall Manor and saw Hammond with a gun. They say when they tried to talk to him, he then ran from them and tried shooting at one of the officers but failed. The DA says he then broke into 2 homes, one of which belonged to that woman you just heard from. The DA says Hammond then proceeded to hold her daughter for about 6 hours, pointing a gun at her multiple times. The crisis response team eventually entered the home, took him into custody, and got that girl to safety. He is expected to be sentenced in September, facing between 10 and 20 years in prison. Lancaster City Council tabled their vote to amend the zoning code for AI data centers. They want to create more oversight on where they can be built and what's required when it comes to issues like noise, water, and electric use. The proposed new ordinance would allow the two current data center projects on Greenfield Road and Harrisburg Pike to be considered a special exception, which means the new ordinance would not apply to them. Residents went to last night's meeting to share their thoughts.
It feels like we're being forced to take this.
We want to make it harder for data centers to come here. We don't want them to be clean when they are here. We don't want them to be less noisy when they are here. We do not want them here.
Council says they'll clear up the proposal's language in time for their next meeting on July 14th.
The State House passed Governor Shapiro's data center proposal with bipartisan support. It would offer a tax break as an incentive for data center developers to meet certain environmental, energy, and transparency standards. Some Republicans voted against the proposal, saying many data center developers who already have the land and zoning they need may not be swayed by the governor's proposal.
I fear most of these hyperscalers are just going to come in and say, we don't care about the 6%, we're going to do what we want anyways.
They're going to be able to protect their water, they're going to have the community benefit agreement, the noise, and the kinds of things that everybody's worried about. Get some controls and attention for the local community to be able to put that in perspective.
Legislation now heads to the state Senate for consideration.
A vacant property in York is turning into apartments and mixed-use space. The Densply property between Bance Park and the Cadorus Creek has sat empty since 2020. The property was one out of 7 chosen to receive a $1.5 million grant from the Mixed-Use Housing Development Pilot Program. The first phase of the project is set to hold 81 units to help with an ongoing housing shortage in York County.
There's a need for over 12,000 units for housing, and even on the scale of the next year or two, we have about 500 units coming on. There's still a need, and the more that you are able to increase housing, it kind of flows down, dealing with various issues and the competition. And so hopefully with that, prices become a bit more affordable and our residents benefit from it.
Work on the apartments is set to start as soon as January.
President Trump has canceled plans to sign a housing affordability bill until lawmakers pass an Election Security Act. Democrats and Republicans in both chambers overwhelmingly approved the bill this week, a rare sign of bipartisanship. The president has pushed for passage of the Save America Act, which would require proof of citizenship and voter ID in every state. GOP leadership in Congress says there's not enough support for approval. The housing bill could still become law in about 2 weeks if the president refuses to sign or veto it.
The Save America Act. Everybody wants it. Everybody is it, including Democrats. 87% of Democrats want it. Not the leaders, because they want to cheat.
He suddenly decides he's going to tie two of these things together and not sign a strongly bipartisan piece of legislation. He doesn't care about this affordability crisis that the American people are going through. He just cares about his priorities.
Senators went home early this week, and there are no votes scheduled in the House.
President Donald Trump is planning a trip to the Susquehanna Valley next month. Senator Dave McCormick says the president will headline the 2026 Pennsylvania Defense and Innovation Summit at the Army War College in Carlisle. The event will bring together leaders in defense, technology, finance, and government. The president is expected to speak on July 15th.
And look at that, another beautiful sunrise this morning as we look live at Lancaster.
It's a nice one this morning. We have a mix of clouds and sunshine out there, and we're going to see just a few high clouds making for a pretty sunrise. So let's take a look at our forecast. High pressure, which was overhead yesterday, giving us that gorgeous weather, is starting to sink south. What that does is bring up southerly winds, which will eventually increase our temperatures and our humidity values ever so slightly today. So it will be a little stickier by evening. You see this warm front out to our west as well. That will help to bring in a few showers and thunderstorms late this evening in northern counties, and then some scattered showers tonight across the rest of the area. But most of your day is going to be dry. We have 56 in York, 58 in Lancaster, 63 right now in Harrisburg, and it feels pretty good. We're still in that comfy zone today, but turning a little stickier later. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, well, the humidity is back and it's here to stay as we head into next week. Here's the weather planner for today, though. We'll see partly sunny skies this morning. We have some high clouds floating overhead right now. Could be mostly sunny at times. For the afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun, 86. And then this evening, especially in northwestern counties, there may be a thunderstorm, but I think most spots stay dry. We do see a weakening line of showers and thunderstorms moving south after dark tonight into early tomorrow morning. I'll show you with a predictor coming up.
Thanks, Christine. Today is the start of Terry Hill Days in Lancaster County. You are taking a live look now for that festival. This is the 34th year of that festival. Tonight we're going to have live entertainment with oldies music specifically for this evening. They run 6 to 9 Thursday and Friday, and then 10 to 10 on Saturday. They have lots of volunteers that pull this off. We'll be joined live in our next half hour with one of those organizers about what we can expect for that festival.